All right, everyone, welcome back to the Students on Success podcast. My name is Tess. I'm the professional STEM tutor here. And today we have Frankie, who's a speech path major. Welcome, Frankie. Thank you for being here. And could you tell us a bit about yourself and why you chose LaSalle?
So my name is Frankie, and as we have already established, I'm a speech path major. I'm in the 5-year program, actually, so I get to start my grad school work next year. Yay! As a senior. I am a supplemental instructor for the tutoring center for Chem 161, which is chemistry for health science majors, and I'm in a whole bunch of clubs and organizations on campus. I am a face that a lot of people see, and when they meet me, they're like, "Oh my God, I've seen you before. You're always on the quad or in the union." So that's a little about me.
No, that's an awesome reputation to have. So it's good that you're involved in things because that's going to come later. I'm going to ask for some advice, and I'm sure that's going to come into play. But first to start, you were identified as a successful student. So congratulations on all of your success at LaSalle. Can you tell us what a typical week looks like for you with your classes and your activities? What's it like to be a successful student?
I study hard. Like, I am in the library 24/7. If not, I am at this desk working hard. I usually, now I can't because I don't have a lot of tutors for my sections. Now it's kind of just like you have to tutor yourself. But last year and freshman year, I went to SI sessions for my classes, mainly my chemistry class. That's where I tutor now. So there was that. But other than that, I really studied and still study nonstop. I take notes still to this day. I've been doing it since freshman year, and it worked for me, but I take notes before, during, and after class, and I make sure that I reread them over and over again to make sure that I'm understanding either topics that I'm confused on or topics that I don't really know too well.
Awesome. And one thing, so I've talked with a lot of successful students in the past. Like, I was identified as a successful student and I interviewed. And one thing I think you hit on that surprisingly nobody has hit on is you said, I work hard. And I think maybe because when, like, for us, we know we work hard. Like, that's something that's just so ingrained into our life, right? You don't even think about it. But I'm glad that you said it out loud because that is the key, you know? Nobody, I think sometimes people see students do, I would see someone doing really well and I'm like, why is it so easy for them? And the answer is it's not easy for anyone. And I'm sure people say that to you. They're like, oh, this is just easy for you. Like, it's not fair. Everything's easy for Frankie.
All
Like,
the time.
and it's like, no, you are actively working hard. So much to the point that successful students that I've interviewed don't even mention how hard they work because it's just so ingrained into your being. So I'm glad that you like said that out loud because it's the truth. I know you work hard. I know how it is. And good. And congratulations on starting graduate school. Well, I'm getting a PhD, so it's a little different, but my biggest piece of advice for students is try and do the 2 and 5 years thing, like, or the 4 and 1, because otherwise you have to do like apply to another university, it's if you know what you want to do, those 5-year programs are amazing. They weren't as popular. I feel like when I applied, which was only like 3 or 4 years before you, I felt like I was a freshman or sophomore when I heard about the 5 and 1 or 4 and 1 5-year programs. That's awesome. And can you tell us a bit about your experience at the Center for Academic Achievement? So obviously you use the services, you provide some services. So can you go in on that a little bit?
Well, I love the center. It is probably one of my favorite places to be. I love the people that work there. My roommate works there. So I love going to the center just to visit my roommate at times.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just a fun place to be. And I like going there because it's what makes me want to keep on working hard and what makes me want to keep on studying, because the people there are there to help you and they're there to support you. And it's just all around like a positive environment to be in. And everyone there is so helpful. Even the students there, they're there to help. So it's just an environment that I want to keep myself in because it makes me still want to work hard and like not slack off.
Yeah, and it's so funny that you said that. Me and 2 of my roommates actually all worked at the center. Like, I feel like one person gets in there and they're like, you should work. Like, for one, Phoenix is an awesome boss. Like, I love having her. So she's so fun. I meet with her like every week. She's just an amazing boss. And One thing that I do for the center is I help create content for our page. So she is constantly sending me these resources. And the goal is that I'll share them, but really I get to take them in. And I'm like, this is like amazing content. So I just feel like the center is so student oriented, so student centric and all of that. So it's so fun. Everyone I've interviewed today has been like, I love the center to that question. And I'm like, me too. I loved it. I mean, I've worked there for like 6 years now, so love it a lot. So you've used the services, you provide them. What's something you would say to a student that is hesitant about using the services?
I really, as an SI, I don't see that many people coming to my sessions. I hear after, I mean, my students, I'm also a student. My students see me around campus and they like to come up to me and talk to me, especially after they've gotten to know me and after we have this class together, because essentially I'm sitting in on the class and I'm just another one of their peers. But they like, sometimes they think I'm actually like, I've graduated and it's just my job to tutor them, where I'm still a student too. So to see me around on campus, I know a couple of them have come up to me and they're like, they really regret not coming to my sessions because they struggled in class. And then they figure out after what could have happened, how if they came to more sessions that it would have helped them more and more. And it's just, I feel like students are getting off of COVID where they were able to like do whatever because they were in online school. And it's harder for them to get back to in person. I mean, last semester was my first in-person semester since my freshman year of college. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So it was like really hard. And I remember I went to go take my first in-person exam and my professor thought he thought I was going crazy. I was like shaking. I couldn't do it. I was like, I haven't had an online or an in-person exam since my freshman year of college.
To not to interrupt you, but yes, as a professional STEM tutor, as a teaching assistant at Rutgers, that there are serious delays and issues in learning because of COVID. And like you said, the way to not get around it, but to help is there's these services. You are available, right? And you're saying these students are having regrets about not seeing you. And yeah, I agree. Like if you're hesitant, just try it. And my favorite thing to say to people, because I do not like to waste money, you already pay for these services. It's not something you have to pay for. It's not you have already paid. And if you don't use them, you are wasting money. So yeah, I completely agree with that. And then obviously you're not just a tutor, like you just said, right? You're involved on campus, you're a student. What is one piece of advice you'd give to a prospective explorer? So someone thinking about choosing LaSalle, what's one thing you would tell them?
I think that going to the center, like just telling them that going to the center helps. It really does, no matter how much you don't think it is. Because again, going back to this point of going from online school to regular school, a lot of freshmen, this is their first in-person year and they're going from high school to now a higher education. And they're in college and they're used to high school in person and they have yet to have that in-person college experience. Sophomores are having the exact same problems that all of their freshman year was online. And I think they don't know that the tutoring center is here on campus because they don't know what's on campus because it's their first time and their first year on campus. And I think that to an incoming student, making it clear that everyone is at this school is here to help you. Your peers, your professors, your friends, and like every single person on campus is here to help you. And I think that pushing the center is just something that we need to do.
I could not agree with you more. And to the point, like I had a student on here previously who I actually tutored her when I was there when she was a freshman. And I was like a new tutor. I had really just started. I'd never tutored before. And I had said to my supervisor, there's a student who comes in and knows everything. And I was like, I feel like, I don't know if I'm helping her. And they're like, that's how you're a successful student. You use tutoring and you use the services throughout your career. I used tutoring throughout LaSalle. And then as a senior, I went to writing tutors with my graduate school applications. Like these services are available to you. And I agree that, sometimes students don't even know they're there. So I'm hoping videos like this, we'll post this to the YouTube. I'm hoping we can start to tell people, and obviously you tell people in your sessions, but these services are available for all explorers to use, and I really hope that this helps get the word out there and that they start using them more. But it was really nice to meet you, Frankie. Thank you for coming on today.
You're welcome. It was nice meeting you too.
Yeah. All right. Well, have a great rest of your semester. Okay. I'll see you.
Thank you. Bye.